Hi guys, this is Raina from Beta Buddies. As many of you know, I am mother to Joe and pancreas to Joe, and I'm the author of this blog. I am going to talk today about exercise and diabetes for the March DSMA blog carnival. And I guess first what I'd like to touch base on is Joe is 7. He was diagnosed 4.5 years ago when he was 3 years old. And shortly after he was diagnosed, when the never-endingness of the care and regimen started to set in, I realized I was going to need to find something or hopefully get Joe engaged in something that would encourage him to take good care of his diabetes into his teen years and on into his adult years. And I was kind of banking on athletics to be that, and luckily I was correct in thinking that, seeing as how I got a little screwed in the pancreatic handouts because I got the active kit to be the pancreas for. Which I am thankful for, but it definitely presents some challenges, but a lot of rewards as well. Joe's activity of choice to date has been hockey. He does like to play basketball, baseball, soccer, scooter, run, careen down sled hills, oh yeah, boogie boarding down the slip-and slides. You get the picture. The biggest challenge, I think, is the breakup of our routine. With ice hockey, practices can be right after school, which those are the easiest because I give Joe some free carbs to boost up his number. The hardest part is when practices or games occur after a meal and there's some insulin on board, IOB. I found that you can never, never, never underestimate the power of IOB. Especially breakfast IOB seems to be particularly hazardous. Joe has gone into games in the 300s. And within 30 minutes, he will have dropped 150 to 200 points. That being said, I think the most important thing, if your child is active or participating in sports, is to check. We check Joe's blood sugar every 30 minutes during hockey practice and or hockey games, soccer or baseball. I might go in, check him right before he goes into those activities, and depending on his IOB status and his number, I might not check again until after the activity is over, and so that might be an hour, every hour while he's doing those. Tournaments definitely provided us a challenge this year, hockey tournaments. I decreased his basal for tournaments. What ended up working was a decrease of his basal by 50%, and then also feeding him 20 grams of free carbs for every 30 minutes of play. Seemed to keep his blood sugars fairly stable for his last tournament. However, as you and I both know, that can all change for his next tournament, but we did have some success with that. I guess what I hope people get through my stories of Joe and my writing of hockey tournaments and of Joe's activity level is that to not hold your D kid back. Anything's possible. As you and I both know, having a child with type 1 takes a lot of work, but if you plan for it and you check, you can let them be as active as they want safely. And it's so important, I believe, ultimately for anybody's health, but definitely for a child living with type 1 diabetes. I think it definitely helps keep their A1Cs down and it also just allows them to go out and be a kid, and live as normal of a life as possible. I think that may be it. Thank you for reading. Thanks for the comments and the emails. I'm truly grateful for you. For 3.5 years, I didn't even know the online community existed, and I felt alone. And through knowing you guys and your comments and your readership, I no longer have to feel that way. So thank you, and good to see ya. I bet I surprised you. I'm not the freak show that you thought I was, right? Bye, guys.